What's good, guys? It's your boy DB, and I'm back with my little series where I'm going to show you guys how to handle teams that you're regularly going to face in Grand Arena and Territory War, and I'm going to show you how to beat these teams efficiently. One of the teams I'm seeing a lot of people struggle with, and quite frankly the SWGOH like tracker thingamajig actually verifies this, is Padme, and that's quite a surprise to me because this is a team I'm very familiar with fighting, and it's a team that I never ever lose to. I get 60 banners in every Grand Arena, and I get the 20 in every single Territory War. So I'm going to show you guys how to deal with the most common team, the bog standard Padme, Ahsoka, 3PO, Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker squad. This is the one you're going to see most often. However, this counter will also work against the R2 variation and the Shaak T variation. The only difference is the kill order, but you're always going to deal with Anakin first and Padme second. In the Shaak one, you're also going to fight Shaak T third before you switch to Ahsoka or Kenobi, whoever you want to attack. I recommend Ahsoka. And in the R2 one, quite frankly, R2 doesn't really matter because Mark is going to allow you to get around his stealth anyway, and you're not going to have a problem with it. But I don't recommend taking this team in against the Barriss squad because Barriss will negate quite a few of the big crit kill shots, and a lot of the time you end up having to try and get Anakin, then get Barriss, or you'll fail to get Anakin, you're going to have to get Barriss first, and you're at risk. And for that one, I recommend a totally different team, which I will show at a later date. But this is a team that I've seen my alliance struggle with time and time again. They just seem to make a misplay here or there. I don't really know what it is that's happening, but clearly something isn't going right for them. And I've seen other content creators actually also trip on this. I remember Cub did this quite recently as well. And he's not the only one. Many people have tripped on the Padme team. And hopefully using this video guide, my step-by-step do's and don'ts, you'll never ever have a problem with Padme again. So let's get on with this video, guys. Let's do this. Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use Jedi to effectively beat Padme, because for some reason not everybody's aware of this or plays it really badly. I've seen other content creators lose to Padme in Grand Arena, and I know my guild's had a lot of issues with this in Territory War for some reason, and I think it comes down to just a couple of simple misplays. Unfortunately, this is one of the battles that I'm very experienced with, so I will break down what you should and shouldn't be doing during the battle as we do it live. You can see they're all Relic 7 except 3PO, who is at 5, and quite honestly doesn't make a damn difference to the battle anyway whether he's 12 or 5, because we're not even going to target him. We're going to be dealing with the rest of them, and it doesn't really matter how they're modded, whether they're really fast, whether they're slow and extra healthy, extra offense on them. It's the same result, and your team does not need to be ridiculously powerful. Mine is actually stronger than it needs to be now, but those changes have only happened recently, and that's something I really do want to stress. I've got a Relic 2 Jedi Revan, but I've been doing this since he was about Relic 12.4. We have Relic 4 Jolie. Now this is pretty crucial when you start dealing with those really powerful ones. You would ideally want him somewhere in that region of Relic, because you're really going to want him to be able to tank some shots. And again, Relic Yoda, I would say, is very vital. These are the two that actually kind of matter more than any, but they're both just Relic 4. It's not like I've taken them to 7. And then we're going to want Hermit Yoda. Though he's a Relic 3 or whatever he was then, that's not important. I've been doing this since he was Gear 10. He's not going to really be hit at all because he's usually stealthed anyway. And lastly, Bastila. Mine's only 12.1 here, so it's not really going to matter what she is. As long as she's at least 12, you'll be absolutely fine. And now I'll break down how and why this battle is working the way it's working. Here we go. I've tried to explain it to people, but they seem to still misplay it. And they shouldn't be having the issues that they're having in these battles. First and foremost, we're going to mark Anakin. He is the one lone real threat they have in their team, so we're going to mark him straight away. Don't worry about the bonus protection stuff you'll gain from the assist. Now we're going to use this move here. That will grant us a second turn with Yoda, and we're going to use the basic, because using the basics against the Padme team when you're running Revan's team is going to reduce their max health, so we're going to hit the basic. Now, this is an important one. Do not call assists anymore. We're going to switch over here onto Kenobi, and we're going to call the assist here. This will fill our turn meter back up because we're using his basic. If it wasn't full here, you could call again over on General Kenobi, but it's not, so we're just basic over here. Once again, we're going to basic here again. You can see Anakin's nearly gone already. This is a Relic 7 Anakin. Right, we'll let them do their little thing. That's absolutely fine. They'll get a few hits off. That's cool. Right, our TM's not high on Yoda, so again, we're going to call him over on Kenobi to fill that turn meter back up. Now we can come back over here. We can once again use that move, and then we can finish with a power shot. Boom, Anakin is done. He's completely out of here. Now, next primary target is going to be Padme. But at the moment, we don't have Mark available, so we'll just use this one, fill that turn meter up. Obviously, if they had counter, you do not want to use that, but for now, that's fine. Instead, we're going to pass some buffs around, strengthen the team out. Do not do that if you have counter on you, obviously. Losing Bastila there is not a problem. We'll bring her back in just a second. We got to hit Kenobi until we can get that next mark on. We'll just do this and fill some health back up, blah, blah, blah. And let's get Bastila back. Right, she's back. We're carrying on with basics again. It's not going to matter. Just whatever over here. Fill that turn meter back up. Just keep Yoda going, basically. Yeah, we'll just do this again. Spread some more buffs around because obviously Bastila lost hers when she got killed. Yeah, just basic again. We're just waiting for the next mark. That is what we're doing. That is the gist of these battles. Here we go. Right, now we can go mark Padme. Hit her with that. And back to what we were doing. The little move there. Basic. And then we're going to call... Oh, we can't. He's not taunting. Okay, that's fine. We'll do the basic. We'll do this and get rid of those confusion stacks. Then basic her again. She's slowly coming down. We can afford to... No, we can't. They've got counter, so we'll just basic again. He'll gain turn meter and stuff from that anyway. Yeah, let them do what they want. That's fine. We'll proc this one. This time we're gonna aim over here because it's gonna assist, and we'll put one of the master's trainings on Jolie, make him a little tankier. That bad boy again, another basic. Right, here we go. Now we can call back on Kenobi to fill Yoda's turn meter back up, so we can hit Padme once more. Health is starting to drop now. We can't use the AOE, so we'll just use the basic on with Revan. Slowly getting there. One of those, because obviously he doesn't get countered. We'll try the super shot here. There we go. She's out of here. Now we don't have to worry about assists. We can actually just start swarming characters. We may as well get Ahsoka because she is the strongest one that's remaining. And she's really annoying when she takes the buffs off, quite frankly. It's very, very annoying. At this point, you could probably hit auto, but I don't really want to take that risk, quite frankly. Just play it smart. That's all you really have to do from this point. Ahsoka's about to drop. Look at her, bless her heart. She's really, really trying to get Jolie down there, but it's not going to happen. Now we can just finish General Kenobi. Very, very simple. Just start spamming all these, because once Padme's out of the way, you can use all the assists you want. It's not going to make a dang bit of difference. And even with me talking and playing this very, very slowly, explaining what we're doing in this battle, we've still got over a minute left, and as you can see, Kenobi's got no chance of surviving. He is about to die on the next big shot, so... Boom, there you go. It is that simple. This is a regular battle that I always use. Always get 20 banners in this, and I always get 60 banners in Grand Arena. In my opinion, the absolute most effective team there is, as long as you're playing it correctly. And I should have really made it very, very clear in that battle what you should and shouldn't be doing, because a lot of situations came up where there were additional variables that I don't always see. The counter being there, Bastila going down, things like that. So you can opt to actually put the Master's Training on Jolie first if you want to, if you want that a little bit more security, but I have faith in mine and I knew he'd be okay. Even when his health dropped a little bit, I knew he was still absolutely fine, especially having Hermit Yoda there to chuck a little bit more health on him and stuff. But that is the gist of the battle, and this is by far, hands down, the easiest team to run against Padme squads, and you're never going to lose unless you make a really bad misplay. So hopefully that helps you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to give you guys a little view of the way I have these characters modded for this battle, and it's the main battle I use them for, so I kind of have my Revan team tuned to deal with the Padme squads. We'll start off on Revan. As you can see, I've got them all 6-dotted, and the gist of him really is, quite frankly, just be fast. Fast and a little bit of additional health. We speed primary. I've gone offense primary on this one. Offense primary on this one. Protection here. obviously that's always going to be defense. I'm quite fortunate. I had a very, very nice mod there, actually. And then, yeah, you got no choice but offense on that one. His overall speed for me is actually quite fast because I still was using him during the Darth Revan meta. I was still running Jedi with my own counter. I mean, I put the video out, so you guys should be aware of this, but I was still able to counter all the Darth Revan Malak teams and having no issue, still taking first with Jedi Revan. It really wasn't until 501st arrived that I had to kind of switch things up, quite frankly. But you see, I've got my 140. You do not need him that fast, but obviously the quicker he is, the better off you're going to be, because you're going to want to start the battle attacking Anakin. If you're going to start on the back foot, then you're going to need to weather a storm. You're going to take a lot of damage before you have a chance of really kind of shutting him down, and by that point he could have counter on. You're going to have to remove it, so really going to want to make sure you're going first. And at that speed, you're not really going to find a Padme team around that speed, because most people run them slow. The rest of the secondaries aren't really important, as you've seen. Jedi Revan's key part here is his kit. It's the fact that you're going to regenerate health, protection, you're going to get that additional offense and speed on the team. So it's really just going quick and using Mark, and that's really where he comes in, because we don't actually really use his heal at all, because most of the time they've got counter on, and by the time counter's off, you're not going to need it because the battle's all but over. Yoda should be next. Yeah, he is. Brilliant. Yeah, it's the usual method with Yoda. You want offense and some crit chance to him. I'll show you the primaries I've got. I actually have speed. I don't have offense on him because I actually like my Yoda to be nice and quick. Because that way, every single time I'm calling assist, his turn meter is just there enough to guarantee that he gets another turn straight away from his bonus turn meter. I'm never missing that little smidge for his next turn. I run him quick in this strategy. I find it better than running him slow and slightly harder hitting. But you could run an offense primary arrow if you chose to. I do have one as a backup option, but I only really usually use that if I'm going up against like Darth Revan teams personally. So yeah, I prefer that speed option there. Crit damage primary on him here. Some people like to have offense on there, and that is another option once again, but I often like to have that nice big super shot crit to kind of finish off the battles. And it's also quite handy when you're up against Malak as well, to have that big shot, because when you're facing those Malak Darth Revan teams, you've often got to one-shot Darth Revan very early with a crit to make sure that you can take those squads out. So as a result, I've just left him that way. Offense primary down here. As you can see, I've got some secondaries, but they're not incredible. I see people out there with like 150 pluses, and I'm not that fortunate really. Protection, then obviously it's going to be defense and offense here, and I'm quite fortunate again to have good secondaries, but it's mainly because they're one of my best modded teams. I still use them heavily. I rely on them a lot. And as a result, I've just kind of kept their arena mods and just simply farmed other mods for the other teams. I didn't really want to mess with them because I knew they're useful in many situations. Where's the next member of the team? Here we go, Jolie. He's kind of been one of the guys that's had his mods raided, quite frankly. As other more important characters have come along, he's lost some mods to Rex, he's lost some mods to Fives, he's lost some mods to Shaak, and so on. More important teams came up, and Jolie wasn't ultra important to keep all those best mods. As long as you got him about 80k health, you're usually fine on this. You see I'm at 86, I got 41 there. We got speed primary on there, no health needed. You could have a health primary. We got health primary on this one. This will eventually be 6-dotted, but I kind of wanted a bit more speed before I bothered 6-dotting. I didn't have anything available, so I've left that at 5. But optimally, we would have that as 6-dotted mod. Health primary again here. Defense is a good thing for him. If you can get lots of defense secondaries and tenacity secondaries and things like that on Jolie, they help, because if I remember right, tenacity converts to crit avoidance on him. Been a long time since I actually looked at his kit, but I'm sure that was the case. But yeah, obviously defense is very, very helpful. It reduces how quick his health and everything's going to go down. So yeah, that's kind of how I have him modded. His overall speed is 111, so that's quite quick for a Jolie. But yeah, speed kills in these battles. His armor's up at 57%, and we're over 120 on the combined health pool there with his protection. Let me just look at the combined stuff on Yoda, because I realized I just skipped that. He's at 127 on speed, so that's actually quite a fast Yoda. A lot of people run him at that quick, but you can see it's not like I've really done much to his health and protection here. It's more or less base. Not even 10,000 combined from mods there. And an extra 1,300 from damage. A lot of people are higher than that. Most people are like 7,000 on his offenses. It actually should be this one I'm looking at. But yeah, most people are usually like 10,000 on this, and I'm down here at 85. Armor's not really a big deal on him, because if your Yoda's being hit, well, quite frankly, you're going to need to be healing him. It's the reason I put Master's Training on him first and foremost, because if Yoda drops, you're in trouble. Who else is in the team? Hermit, there he is. I've only got one of his Zetas. I do not have that one. I think it's is this Exile the one? No, I think it's actually, I think it might be this. It's his other Zeta, and that's because it grants additional foresight and stuff, which I think is a really handy thing to have. So yeah, I would recommend this Zeta. You see though, he's all 5-dotted. He's not a character I've ever put much use into. As I said, I've been running this strategy since he was gear 10, and the only relics I had at the time were Jolee and Yoda. Also you got speed. I've not even given any thought to these whatsoever. Protection with no real speed on it. I could use making him a bit faster, really. Tenacity for some reason, I'm not sure why. Maybe because he was just quick. I don't know. Yeah, he's not got great mods at all. I could vastly improve those. 91 speed total. Good bulk of that is actually coming from the speed set. There's his health and protection. I've really boosted his protection, but you saw in the battle he doesn't really get hit at all. It's Bastila, Jolee that tend to be targeted most by the AI. And yeah, that's him. We'll go to the last character, Bastila Shaak. As you see, she's still 12.1, as I said. I've never got around to working on her, quite frankly, but having her quick and a nice little bit of tankiness to her is really most optimal for this strategy, because it's nice to be able to call on her Dispel if, when you're targeting Anakin or when you're targeting Padme and they have counter on them but they're not stunned, it can be very frustrating. You know, Anakin's constantly hitting you back when you're trying to take them out, and he hits like a bus. And Padme, if you're hitting her and she's countering, well, her basic protection ups the team. So you don't want those things there. You want to be able to dispel it if it's there. If your team's a little slower than mine and you're having that situation, then that's the solution. So having Bastila quick is going to be very, very helpful. Again, though, I don't have a God mod speed. She's got speed set there, health primary, but it's still 5-dotted. Defense primary on this one. I think it's probably because I just didn't have anything else at the time, but defense is quite handy on her anyway. Protection here, then a defense set here to try and bolster her survivability, but at 12.1, as you saw, she still goes down most of the time, and you'll res her anyway. If you have a relic, she probably won't drop, to be quite frank. Defense secondaries, health secondaries where it can, and speed and stuff like that. Her overall is 83 on speed. There's her overall health and protection combined. It's not that great, quite frankly. We'll go down to her armor, which is at 38%, and her offense and stuff do not matter. Which she's there for dispelling and calling Yoda against Kenobi to fill his turn meter so he can attack Padme and Anakin. That's it. That's all she's there for. Fortunately, when she calls him, she's going to give him quick chance up, which she can spread around to the team when you've got a safe moment, and attacking isn't the priority option. So there you go. You're not going to need the most incredible of mods. I am a player that's been around since the second year of the game, but I'm not a whale, so these are quite achievable with a little bit of grinding, quite frankly, and they don't need to be this fast. All I would say is making sure your Revan is going to get off before their team, and from that point you can drop quite a bit of speed, quite frankly. That's it. Hopefully that helps you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will show some other variations. This team does work exactly the same against the R2 version. That makes no difference to the Jedi. The Barriss team, however, does. The Shaak T team, again, can easily be taken out by this, although Shaak's probably going to be option number 3. You're likely going to kill Anakin, Padme, Shaak, then Ahsoka and Kenobi and stuff. But the Barriss team, I don't like running this against. I actually run a Palpatine squad, and I will show you that in the future. Till next time, guys, we out of here.